All right, what's up, everybody? It's Leo Hockey 32 here. Today we're going to be doing an NFL playoff prediction. So we're going to do the playoffs and we're going to predict teams. I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to give just my full prediction. Okay. For the first matchup, we got Baltimore versus Tennessee, and it's probably going to be one of the closest matchups this coming week. But with Lamar playing really hot right now and the game being very close this season, I'm leaning towards the Ravens. Tennessee was just in a very close battle with the Texans. So I'm going to have to go with the Ravens on this one. I think if Lamar's on his A game, Mark Andrews are all playing good, J.K. Dobbins, then Baltimore should come out on top. So we're going to pick Baltimore. Okay. Now, next matchup, Cleveland versus Pittsburgh. Again, this matchup's probably going to be super closer than what the numbers rankings say. I'm going to have to go Pittsburgh here. Baker Mayfield, they had a good season, but I do think Pittsburgh will come up on top just because of Deontay Johnson and some other key players on the Steelers. Last game it was close, and the Pittsburgh didn't even have their starting quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. So we're gonna go with the Steelers here. Okay, the next one is Indianapolis Colts versus the Buffalo Bills. Indianapolis Colts obviously got Philip Rivers, Jonathan Taylor, those key players. But the Buffalo Bills are right now on fire, and I'm not being biased because I'm a fan of them. I truly think, if Philip Rivers does throw deep balls, because Buffalo's probably going to try to stop the run game, if Rivers does throw deep balls and, he makes those passes, I think the Colts have a chance. But the Buffalo offense is just too hot right now that I'm going to have to pick Buffalo. Now to move on to the NFC wildcard games, we have Tampa Bay versus Washington. Tom Brady and Gronk, I think they're just, the football team's defense is pretty good, but I'm going to have to go with the Tampa Bay. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. Any NFC East team really just, their record speaks for themselves. I'm going to have to go with Tampa Bay. Next matchup is LA versus Seattle. This is probably going to be, obvious what I pick, which is going to be Seattle. Only because of, LA barely kind of got in. I don't really think they're that great of a team. They do have a good record, but actually it's not that great. It's an okay record. I just think Seattle, they're going to beat them. They beat them earlier this season handily. I just think I'm going to have to go with Seattle here. The next matchup, Chicago versus New Orleans. Again, kind of a no-brainer, but not really. There's a lot of players on Saints COVID list, and Drew Brees is not playing to his full potential as he has in past years. Not saying he's not playing good, but he's obviously past his prime. But I don't think Mitchell Trubisky and David Montgomery, Allen Robinson, I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off. So I'm going to go with the Saints here. Okay, so we're going to go to the next week. This is the divisional round. So, first game, Buffalo versus Pittsburgh. Again, probably another close one. All these AFC games are going to be pretty close. But again, I think the Buffalo Bills are just starting to rolling up. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis. They're all. John Brown is back for the Buffalo Bills. I think they can. They beat them handily the first time, and they destroyed the Steelers' defense because the Buffalo Bills' offense. They're too good right now. Now for the next matchup, we got the Ravens versus the Chiefs. Lamar, don't get me wrong, is a very good quarterback. They have some key players on the Ravens, but Patrick Mahomes is just he put up another great year, and Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, all top 5 in their position. I just think it's going to be the Chiefs for this one. The next matchup, the Saints versus the Seahawks. Obviously, this is going to be a very close matchup, and probably a ton of people are not going to agree with me on this one. But I'm going to have to go Seattle. Based on what I said on last time about the Saints, I just think also Seattle is just going to beat them handily. Not handily, it'll be close, But again, I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints beat them. It's kind of a 50-50. Okay, for the next matchup, we got Tampa Bay versus Green Bay. Obviously Green Bay's got probably the MVP on their team, Aaron Rodgers. Davante Adams, no one can really cover him. But the last time they played, the Buccaneers defense did just cruise past them. Their defense just stopped them, held them, and ultimately won the game for them. But ever since then, Aaron Rodgers has been playing with ease, and he's been looking very good. Again, probably a very, very close game, but I'm going to have to go with the Packers here. All right, for the next matchup, the AFC Championship, Buffalo versus Kansas City. This is by far going to be the closest game probably that we will see in the playoffs this season. We have 2 years ago MVP Patrick Mahomes and the reigning Super Bowl champs versus the Buffalo Bills. And both of their offenses, this is just going to be a shootout back and forth offense. Obviously, those are both of their team's key traits. So it's going to be very close. It's going to come down to whose offense is better and whose defense is better, but it's probably going to come down to the first team that stops scoring on drives, obviously. It's going to be very, very close. I cannot figure out who's going to win this game, but I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs here. But I would not be surprised if Buffalo wins. And obviously, I'm rooting for them. They're my favorite team. They've been my favorite team ever since I was born. Not a bandwagon. I just really, I love Buffalo, and for many reasons. So the next matchup in the NFC Championship, Seattle versus Green Bay. Okay, so basically this is a rematch of a lot of NFC championships in the past. We had the NFC divisional round last year. I think it was the divisional round that they just won off that one call that made the first down. It was a very close game. Russell Wilson, obviously, he's had some highs and lows, but I just don't think Seattle's Jamal Adams or what other cornerbacks they have is going to be able to cover Davante Adams, Robert Tonyan. I think the Packers are going to overpower them here. So then we got a remake of the first Super Bowl ever, the Packers versus the Chiefs. And this one is, it's a one ranked versus one ranked. Both definitely deserve the one ranked on both sides. It's going to be very, very tight game probably, but I'm going to have to go with the Packers. I can't bet against Aaron Rodgers at this point. He's proven himself this season. Davante Adams has just been essential. I don't think the Chiefs defense is going to be able to hold him. Meanwhile, the Packers defense, they have many powerhouses like Zadarius Smith, Kevin King, Adrian Amos, a lot of key players to their success. Kenny Clark, it's going to be tough, but I do think the Chiefs are going to fall and the Packers are going to prevail to win the Super Bowl. So, if you like this video, guys, hope you like this video. I can do any predictions if you want me to. Just comment down below. Thank you for giving me 55 views so far that I've checked on the Buffalo Bills vs. Indianapolis Colts trailer. Much appreciated. It's my most high viewed video. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next one.